All right, so my rip and rant. And this is a trend that we've seen a lot in sports and covering sports. And the latest instance of it happened this week when longtime Golden State Warriors player Klay Thompson unfollowed the team on social media, unfollowed everybody, deleted all mentions of the Golden State Warriors. And, the athletes that do this, I guess they think they're quote unquote sending a message to the organization like, oh, you're not going to pay me $100 and something million. I guess you don't like me, you don't respect me, you don't love me anymore, and it's just a trend that I think needs to die and go away. Let's take the Klay Thompson situation on the surface. Yes, all-time great San Francisco, all-time great Golden State Warrior,
San Francisco,
future Hall of Famer, multi-time world champion. Huge part of what the Warriors dynasty was, winning obviously the 3 championships, and then even though he came back, he kind of shelved himself for the last championship, but he was still a part of it. Like, he still played on the team. The team's paid you generational wealth where the next 5 generations of Thompsons don't have to worry about a damn thing for the rest of their lives. And now you're a free agent this year. You just missed. Let's look at the last contract where they paid you $180 million, probably even more than that with the way NBA contracts are. You missed 2 full seasons due to injury. And the Warriors didn't say a word publicly about any of it. They gladly paid you.
They stayed by your side.
They stayed by your side. They didn't trade you. They didn't buy you out or do anything like that. They kept you, and they paid you every single penny that you were owed and you were entitled to. And since you come back, and look, I'm not trying to insult the guy, but we'll just call a spade a spade. Hasn't been the same player since he came back from the injuries. Now, that's to be expected. He's getting older. He's coming off 2 major leg injuries, and I think it's an Achilles and a torn ACL, or maybe it's a torn ACL on both knees. I forget exactly what it was.
Not a good mix of injuries for a basketball player in his 30s.
Exactly. And now, by the way, Klay Thompson, 33, 34 years old, grown-ass man. And you're about to be a free agent. I'm sure you would love that one legacy contract by the Golden State Warriors so you could retire as a Warrior. But, maybe the Warriors don't want to pay you to be a max player anymore because you're not a max player anymore. And I can understand why there might be some trepidation on their part to bring back Klay in the first place, let alone pay him an obscene amount of money. And now you're going to be butthurt. Your feelings are hurt because they don't want to pay. It's like, sorry, that's the way the world works. When you get too old, they're going to replace you with somebody younger and cheaper and better.
And to bring it back to the main point here is that the whole unfollowing thing, like, it's petty. Like, it's one thing, like, if you're in
it's childish.
If you're in a long-term relationship with somebody and you have a bad breakup and the last thing you want is to see what they're doing with their lives, yeah, absolutely unfollow. But you're, like you said, you're a grown-ass man, you're a pro athlete. What message are you sending by unfollowing the team? Like, it's just like, I get the message you're trying to send, but it just looks petty. To me, it takes more effort to go through and unfollow whoever you have to unfollow, just leaving it alone. That's all.
Exactly. So
you want to it's just, come on.
He's not the only one. Like, we see guys we see guys in the NFL and the NBA do this all the time, and it's in basically every case is absurd.
There are very few instances where it's like, unless it's like a miserable bad breakup between like the player and the team or something like that. Like, it's petty nonsense, but that's how it is in the social media world. Well, you and I are on social media. Neither one of us would consider ourselves, social media savants, but it's a stupid, petty trend and it needs to go away. Agreed. We didn't agree on the last rip and rant. We agree on this one.
How about that?
So
nice when we agree.
All right. So it is nice when we agree. It's nice when we disagree too.